Right. I think a good morning is in order. Today is, you know what today is? Today is Friday, and it is Q&A Friday. Tom Dimitrovich here, and hopefully everybody will be able to join me today at 12 o'clock noon for a live session of Q&A Friday. I had a 50-50 chance of getting the right shoulders. And I got to remember that it's opposite. So what to me looks like it's on my left is on my right. And what's on my left, what's on my right is on my left. And on my left is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On my right is Q&A Friday. So we should have a good discussion today. I've had quite a few questions come in, but I'll tell you where my head's at. Right now, my head is around transformers. I'm working on some things and some materials, educational materials, and I'm just focusing in on transformers right now. So I want to just let you know that's where my head's at. And in any case, I've had some good questions around. In fact, I had a piece of paper here somewhere. I think it's right here. Oh, the other thing I'm working on is getting my drone license. I don't know if y'all know this, but I bought a DJI Air 2S recently. And I'm learning that piece of equipment. I've only wrecked it once. But in any case, I want to understand a little bit more from all of you. If you use a drone in your business, do any of you use it for inspections, inspecting things up high? How are you leveraging? Has anybody out there leveraged a drone for electrical safety or safety in general? I know one of the things that I did was inspected my my gutters on my home with that, because there was one gutter that is down low around the house that I had access to that wasn't, that sort of came detached from the house and was pushing water in on the hardy board siding. I fixed that. And it was at an elevation that was very visible and easy for me to see, but I'm looking up around the house on the top of the home and a little worried about, do I need to get a ladder and get up there? Should I hire somebody to get up there and just take a look at my gutters and inspect them for me? And the drone solved that problem. I was able to get up next to my gutters, very nice and close, with video. I videoed every inch of gutter and the connections, and everything looked good, so I feel comfortable with my gutters, and I did not have to get on a ladder, which I think is awesome. And my wheels are going. Okay, how do we leverage technology to increase electrical safety? So that's my, hey, Tamaki Ono, great to have you online. So that's, that's what's one of the Tamaki. That's one of the items that's in my head right now, because I've just started playing with the drone. And I'm just trying to figure out how do we leverage technology like that to increase safety? And one of those areas might be in photovoltaics. I'm thinking out loud. If I had to inspect a PV system that's on a roof, even if it's after the initial installation, and I just want to check some bonding points. Check to make sure there aren't leaves accumulating in certain areas. Can I get that drone up there and over next to it? Now, the other thing to keep in mind, and I don't know what the rules are, Tamaki, in Japan, but I know in the United States, we require FAA if you're going to use a drone related to your business. So I would argue, and even if it's indirect, we could say, I could sit down and say, look, I do electrical inspections and I just use this for my own benefit, so I don't have to get up on a ladder or whatnot. Now, from the United States perspective, from an FAA perspective, if you're using that drone to help in your business, it's indirectly you're monetizing it. So, and the reason I got into this discussion was because I wanted to take some drone footage and put it on my YouTube channel. And I learned that because YouTube monetizes these channels, that is Federal Aviation Association. That's right, Tamaki. FAA is the federal, and that's United States FAA. So if you go to, I believe it's FAA.gov would be the website, but there, I believe it's FAA. If you just search FAA drone zone, yeah, FAA drone zone.faa.gov. So FAA drone zone.faa.gov. That's the website that, and what you're supposed to do here in the United States, you're supposed to register that drone. You're supposed to put your FAA number on the drone. And my drone is where? My drone is here. So there's my drone. This is my it's a DJI. Ooh, look at this. And you'll notice I don't have my license yet, so I'm going to sit for my exam. But I have a light, an LED light on the top, and you're supposed to be 3 nautical miles visibility at night. If you're flying at night, you need to have night lights, and that's based upon FAA regulations. And what I do is I put my number. Where did I put my number? Yeah, I put my number in here. So you're supposed to label your drones with your identifier, and then somebody can look that up on the FAA. I believe they can look it up and make sure that you're valid and see who you are. So I guess that does a couple things, transparency. If you are flying your drone where you're not supposed to fly it and they get it, they know who you are. So, and the battery goes in on the top up here, but that's my Air 2S. There it is. And I am practicing around the back of the house, learning how to fly it. It's very easy to fly. And really, I'm not practicing to learn how to fly it. It pretty much flies itself. What I'm learning how to do is get good images and keep, there's not even any stability. There's stability in there. So the challenge again is trying to get good images safely. And, but I'm sitting there saying, hey, I think a drone like that has a place in electrical safety. The only place I can think about it is in inspection, in high up applications. I can't do torque, but I have questions in my head that I'm investigating. How close can I get to certain voltages with a drone before arc over might occur? I'm not going to test that to see the answer to that. But if any of you know the answers to that, I'd love to have a drone discussion on my channel. So maybe we have. I don't know. Tamaki, what do you think? We got Tech Tuesdays and Tech Thursdays, which I haven't had one recently because I'm working on other things right now. But the code panel stuff is behind us. Moving in the next year, I've got to come up with. I know travel is going to increase, so I'm going to grab any Tech Tuesdays and Thursdays as I can. I am doing IAEI News live on Tuesdays at 12. And be here next Tuesday. I will be live Tuesday at noon, 12 o'clock Eastern. And I don't know what Zulu time that is. That's the other thing that I'm learning is Zulu time. In any case, I'd love to hear perspectives. If anybody's out there utilizing drones in the electrical industry, let's bring that knowledge and let's help each other. Let's grow together in our knowledge, because I am brand new to this whole topic. I'm learning it as I speak. I want to get more engaged with it to understand the safety aspects of flying drones. and leveraging drones for the electrical industry. So that's going to be a topic on this channel. And as I grow my knowledge, I'm going to help you grow your knowledge. And I will say, Tamaki, you can look at the drone laws in Japan. I know every country is a little different. At least that's what I'm learning. Every country is a little different, and you have to be careful if you're traveling with your drone to other countries. You got to check the laws in those locations for drones, even in the United States. So if somebody brings a drone to the United States, they have to register that, and they have to register it in a certain way when they start flying it, especially if they're flying it for money, if they're getting paid for it. Tamaki, I believe the demand on electricity grid will increase significantly in the recent years, and the demand on grid monitoring as well. Oh, I agree, Tamaki. So you think about it, and I don't know what's going on in Japan. I'd be interested to know. I know here in the United States, there's been this drive for electric vehicles, right? So we have a lot of our automotive manufacturers making commitments that by 2030, all of their cars they make are going to be electric. So I'd love, and with electric vehicles, they got to plug them in somewhere, and we have to have the grid to be able to supply the power, and it has to be a secure grid. So we've got a few areas of I don't want to say concern, but of opportunity on cybersecurity and things of that nature. The more we leverage the grid and the more our vehicles become mobile phones, right? I mean, your vehicle has got GPS on it. It is a I want to say a walking computer. It's a computer on wheels. So the grid is going to have to be able to meet the demands of all of these electric vehicles that are going to be plugging in more electric loads, and those are going to suck the energy. Unlike a lot of other loads like LED lighting and variable frequency drives, things like that are reducing our demand profiles. But electric vehicles and plugging those puppies in, that's going to increase our demand profile. So how are we going to be prepared for that? That's going to be a very interesting one. So that's where my head's at. Today's Q&A Friday. I'm thinking transformers. I've got some other questions that don't necessarily relate to a transformer. I did have one question related to a transformer, which I'm going to dig into, which I think I have this discussion point in my presentation materials. And I'll tell you, in fact, what I might do is on my website for the gold members, I'm going to take one of my transformer presentations and throw it up there on my thomasdimitrovich.com and let you guys download that. Because we have to start sharing our knowledge on transformer protection and whatnot. But stay tuned for the call, for the question that I have on transformer primary overcurrent protection this afternoon at 12 o'clock Eastern. So I look forward to seeing everybody at 12 o'clock. It is 8:28. I have got to run. I was supposed to get my little inside thing done by 8 o'clock, and here it is at 8:28. So, but I'm playing with my ATEM Mini Pro, and I'm trying some things on my ATEM. For example, I figured out how to leverage my ATEM, but not have to put my presentation materials on the screen here. So I have this, and you know how we have MobiCam? Well, I don't have Mobi. It's not a it's like a different MobiCam, because now what you're seeing behind me is on my laptop computer, which is tied in through the ATEM. And what's nice about this is, and I just pulled up any presentation, but what's really nice about this is now I can use my pen, right? And remember how I was doing this before? I was always trying to find, how do I draw something? How do I draw something on my screen, right? So if I do this now, and let's go to presentation mode. So now I can have a whiteboard, like a MobiCam board. Remember I had my paper, and it was really cumbersome because I had to get a camera that's upside down. So now I can draw. So I can say we have a transformer and we have a secondary. And I can now draw, and I can even pick my pens. I can pick my pens. So I can say, I want my pen to be white. And I can say, there's my transformer and my breakers. So now I've got a whiteboard now that I can play with. In fact, I'm gonna unplug this. And the only thing I have, the only item I have in front of me now is I got my laptop, and it has to have an umbilical cord, which is my HDMI. But and I can just hold my pen in, and look at this. I can erase, and it's real time. Talk about technology, technology. I love it. So I've got a blackboard. I could make it a whiteboard. I can make it a chalkboard. I can make it any color I want. So what I'm using, Tamaki, is I have my computer, which reminds me. Oh man, did you ever have one of those moments where you forgot to call somebody? I was supposed to send information to someone. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to call him and apologize because I forgot to. Anyway, so I have my computer. It's just an HP, and I've tied it into my ATEM Mini Pro as an input on channel 1, and it is connected via the USB port to my computer, and I bring it in just as a regular camera. So I could have multiple cameras on my ATEM if I should want that. And I can display them. So now I have relieved some of the processor power that's needed by my main computer that I'm live streaming from. And I'm using my laptop. Love technology, Tamaki. All right, so listen, I gotta go. I gotta run. I'm gonna have a great day today. Hopefully you will too, Tamaki. Take care. And I know it's I think it's late afternoon, probably afternoon where you're at. So I appreciate you dialing in. All right, have a great day today, and remember, 12 o'clock Eastern, right here on this channel, or check out my YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the IAEI's YouTube channel. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to IAEI's YouTube channel as well as my own, and give it the thumbs up. And if you're going to give me the thumbs down, you got to hit it twice. All right, take care, stay safe, and we will see all of you today at 12 o'clock Eastern. Thanks. Take care, Tamaki. Take care.